Welcome back to Both Aunt Vivs, your source for Black film and TV content. Today, we're counting down our favorite Black Power Rangers of all time. Now, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the bell for notifications for more Black TV recaps and breakdowns. On this list, we're breaking down our favorite Black characters who have donned the Power Ranger uniform. If you grew up in the heyday of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, you may not recognize every name on this list, but you may see some familiar faces. Be sure to leave your thoughts on our countdown in the comments. Number 8, Shelby Watkins, Pink Power Ranger from Power Rangers Dino Charge. Shelby was a waitress at the Dino Bite Cafe, and she gained her powers when she bonded with the Pink Energem. Using her superior knowledge throughout the series, Shelby followed in the footsteps of the brilliant Rangers who commanded the mighty Triceratops before her. Some of her most memorable intellectual achievements are when she built a device that tracks the energy signature of Energems, and when she even builds her own Spinozord. And when she's not building high-tech equipment, she's building her relationship with Tyler Navarro, the Dino Charge Red Ranger. Number 7, Scott Truman, Red Ranger, Power Rangers RPM. Scott Truman is a military brat and the leader of the RPM Rangers. He was chosen to protect the last human civilization on the planet. Scott served in the Air Force along with his brother Marcus, who died in battle protecting the city. Scott lived in the shadow of his brother's memory, fighting to earn the recognition of their father, Colonel Mason Truman. He eventually does earn it after showing his leadership skills. Cocky and competitive, Scott never lacked confidence, and his competence led the Ranger operators to many victories. Jack Landers, Red Ranger, Power Rangers SPD. A former thief from the mean streets of New Tech City, Jack Landers eventually earned the right to become the Red Ranger and leader of the B Squad. Now, Jack had some trouble adjusting to life as a Ranger at first. He would often butt heads with the stern Sky, who imagined himself becoming leader of the Rangers. But Jack would go on to win the respect and friendship of his entire team. Eventually, Jack would pass on his Red SPD Ranger powers to Sky. You might recognize the actor who plays Jack, Brandon J. McLaren, as the crooked crackhead cop Buckley on FX's Snowfall. Number 5, Tanya Sloan, Yellow Ranger, Power Rangers Zeo and Power Rangers Turbo. Tanya is a familiar face with a complicated history. Her presence spans across 3 different Ranger teams. Originally introduced at the tail end of the Mighty Morphin saga, Tanya was a young girl in an African village who saved the then Yellow Ranger Aisha. Aisha was transformed into a child at the time. After her encounter with Tanya, Aisha decided to stay in Africa to help cure sick animals. Tanya went back in her place and stepped up to become the new Yellow Zeo Ranger and then eventually the Yellow Turbo Ranger. Now, Tanya broke new ground for representation in the Power Rangers universe as the first African-born super teen to don the power suit and one of the longest tenured Rangers ever. Number 4, TJ, Red Ranger, Power Rangers Turbo, and Blue Ranger, Power Rangers in Space. After saving the Power Rangers numerous times from Divatox and her pirate minions, TJ was handpicked by the legendary Tommy Oliver to replace him as the Red Turbo Ranger, becoming the first Black character to lead a power team. TJ's bravery and strength served the Rangers well, that is, until the end of the season, which saw the destruction of the Power Rangers headquarters and both of their Megazords. Damn, we can't have nothing nice. The next season saw TJ getting demoted to the Blue Space Ranger, but even in that position, his leadership shone through. It was his strategic thinking that allowed the Rangers to defeat the Psycho Rangers. TJ returned for the big 10th anniversary special, Forever Red, proving he is still a legendary veteran Red Power Ranger. Just don't ask him about that time he was baked into a giant pizza. Okay, we are down to the top 3 Black Power Rangers of all time. But before we reveal the final entries, here are a few honorable mentions. Joel Rawlings, Green Ranger aka Sky Cowboy, Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. Billy Cranston, Blue Ranger, Power Rangers the movie in 2017. Curtis Taylor, Zack's cousin, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And Katie Walker, Yellow Ranger, Power Rangers Time Force. Number 3, Ethan James, Blue Ranger, Power Rangers Dino Thunder. Sent to detention for hacking the computer's sprinklers as a prank, Ethan James goes on a field trip with veteran ranger Tommy Oliver and finds the Blue Dino Gem. This gem grants him powers of the Blue Dino Thunder Ranger. Created as an homage to the OG Mighty Morphin Blue Ranger, Ethan was a brilliant computer genius and gamer. Unlike Billy, though, Ethan was more outgoing, outspoken, and sarcastic. After exhausting the power of his Dino Gem, Ethan would still return to assist the Power Rangers during several crossover events, before going on to develop the technological equipment being used in the distant future by SPD Rangers. Number 2. Aisha Campbell, Yellow Ranger, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Part of the first set of replacements from the original Power Rangers, Aisha was heroically saving babies and stopping putties before she even had a power coin. A part of a trio of students from Stone Canyon, Lord Zed was so impressed by them and their martial arts skills that he tried to recruit them to a new team of evil Rangers. But they rejected Zed, formed a strong bond with the Power Rangers, and didn't snitch after learning their secret identities. Aisha was eventually chosen by Zordon to replace Trini as the Yellow Power Ranger. And as Yellow Ranger, Aisha went on to pilot the Griffin Thunder Zord, the Bear Ninja Zord, and the Yellow Shogun Zord. Aisha is a ferocious, agile fighter and was once able to resist the evil spell of the Hate Master, all because her grandmother raised her better than that. Now, Grandma may or may not have been a reference to the late great Maya Angelou, but I'll let you be the judge.
You got to be strong and confident inside and rise above it all.
When the Rangers traveled through time to discover the pieces of the Zeo crystal, Aisha selflessly decided to stay in Africa to help cure a plague that had infected the local animals. Her reign as the Yellow Power Ranger was brief, but needless to say, Aisha is one of our favorite Black Power Rangers of all time. Number 1. Zack Taylor, Black Ranger, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. The first Black Power Ranger and the first Black Power Ranger, Zack was chosen by Zordon to be part of the inaugural team of Teenagers with Attitudes. The creator of Hip Hop Keto and pilot of the Mastodon and later the Lion Thunder Zord, Zack packed one of the coolest weapons in any Ranger's arsenal: the Power Axe, a battle axe that transformed into a cosmic laser cannon. Clever, courageous, and charismatic, Zack served as second in command of the team and stepped firmly into his leadership position when Jason was kidnapped by Goldar and the team was forced to fend off the evil Green Ranger without him. Zack was one of the most confident fighters on the team. Once, Zack even boosted his powers with those of the Green Ranger and was able to wear the Dragon Shield over his black power suit. And although Zack wasn't always successful in his romantic life, he struggled to gain the attention of his high school crush, Angela. His charm and style were iconic. Who else do you know that invented a whole-ass hip-hop inspired fighting style? Come on! Zack eventually stepped down as Black Ranger, becoming one of the first Power Rangers to pass his powers on to a successor, but he still remains a fan favorite. For being the first African American and arguably the coolest Power Ranger of all time, Zack Taylor stands at number 1 on our list. So, do you agree with our choices? Do you think TJ or Tanya should have been higher? Did we skip one of your favorite Rangers? Leave us all your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to both Aunt Vivs for more Black film and TV nostalgia. Thanks for watching, and may the power protect you.